Heavenly Father, God the Almighty, we are before you this morning to give you thanks, to acknowledge your work, your kindness. Inasmuch as we are doing that, we also bring before you our leader, Mazi and all those that are assisting him to see that your children are out of bondage. Every day we wake up, we will always bring them before your presence because you chose them, because they are the ones leading us, and we have confidence in them and believe in them and will not deviate. For whosoever that intends to sell, to betray, to endanger the lives of your children, Chukwuemeka, we pray that you reveal them at your own time, where you want to. All this we ask in your name. Ise. You are listening to live broadcast from Radio Biafra USA. It's coming to you through Radio Biafra London and the Ipob Community Radio, directed by our leader Mazi and my name is Mazi Alozie. Greetings. Today is December 30, 2020, and we are approaching New Year 2021. And Chukwuemeka, you're watching. We see things that happen. We see the deceit. We hear it. But the most amazing aspect of it is that we see it. You hear the noise of a crash, and you see the scene. What evidence do you need? Well, let's continue to watch those that think they are fooling us. Let them think they are fooling us, even if they think they do. You see, we have an issue. We have an issue with Biafrans, the ones that say they are in office. In the whole world, it is only in Biafra land. We keep telling you this is where we have the biggest traitors. This is where we have the biggest fools. And people think we are insulting them. Whatever make you think we are insulting them, have you ever gone back to check? Or you simply blocked your ears? In slavery era, the Biafrans were the 99.9% victims. Did we go back to know why? Did we go back to see what happened? To know why it happened? To know why the most victimized people happen to be Biafrans? The same spirit, carelessness, never die attitude is finally coming to engulf us. Our ancestors have given us time to change. time to mend our ways, but we refused. Everything we want has been given to us by Chukwuemeka. But why are we so careless? If the population depleted during slavery did not finish us, did we care to know why we did that? Why we enslaved our own people? We, in the process, helped the Englanders to do the evil work. We helped US to do their evil work, lifting ancestral Biafrans to foreign Western land. Biafrans. Did we get to check what happened? We did not. We assisted in diminishing our population. And since nobody cared to check, since nobody revisited the incident, why? Then you have a carryover, like a balance. In each month you get your bank statement. You have been spending and spending and spending. At the end of the month, the bank will send you a statement. This is how much you spent. This is what you have left. If you don't correspond your expenses with your income, guess what? You will get overdrawn statement. Account zero. You don't have anything left. You are fined. And you are given a date to come and make yourself good, or else the fines will continue to accrue. Usually it is in question of hours, not days, unless there is any extraordinary circumstance that will warrant them give you days. And then at modern times it's not going to work, unless you're crippled or like you're in the hospital. Then the bank manager might make an exception. Or you're in the jungle where there are no modern services, but you have your cell phone. So you see the windows closed upon you when it comes to excuses. What excuses do we have? We Biafrans, from north of Biafra to east coast of Biafra to west coast of Biafra to south coast of Biafra to central point of Biafra, what excuse? What, I'm not saying excuses, what excuse do we have to be so careless? As we speak, we have not learned. We have not cared to learn. Starting from our professionals, regardless of their status, I always call your attention to this. We have not out-studied it. We have not out-professionalized it. We have not out-dwarfed it. It is a disease from top to bottom and from bottom to top. We are in a really delicate era, and this is the beginning of the end. The beginning of the end in two ways. the beginning that we are going to salvage whatever that is left of Biafrans, or this is going to be the end of what is left of the Biafrans. If you like, call it Igbo. If you like, call it Ogodomigoro. If you like, call it Abonima. If you like, call it Calabar Eket. This is the beginning of the end. If you think, if for any reason you think you are accepted, you are hallucinating. Look at the activities of those stooges, those traitors, those occupying the offices created by the Fulanis, and they call themselves governors. These are hopeless agents. They are hopeless because they have no clue. They are not in touch with modern event. That brings me back to my opening statement. In the whole world, including Papua New Guinea, at least Papua New Guinea can comprehend what is happening to them. When did Papua New Guinea become an entity of the modern world? Just about 25 to 30 years ago. But they have been able to comprehend what is happening to them. But you, the Biafrans, after 100 plus years, I am including those that were great grandfathers that were exposed to the white man's influence. We never learned. Rather, it aggravated our situation. And in the whole world, as of today, we, the Biafrans, are the most hopeless, foolish race. I will tell you why. And before I tell you that, I mentioned to you the activities of our own people during slavery. They did not care to know their activities. As they commit those crimes, they flourish, they brag that they are the kings and the Ezes. And today, the whole thing has expanded to an uncontrollable scale. After the COVID-19 initial saga, people in Biafra land have not learned to safeguard themselves. And you know that we have been talking about COVID-19. You know we have been shouting, be careful, don't take any imported medicine, vaccination, or whatnot, because they don't have your interest in mind. And during the first lockdown, who did they use? They used your governors. Your governors ensured that you were boxed in. Boxing in killed many Biafrans, not COVID-19. and that was enforced by your governors with their agents, the Fulanis who are in charge of the army, the navy, the air force, the road safety, the police. Have you asked yourself why? Let's say the governor is your brother. Have you ever asked your brother why? Why? No, you have not. And you don't intend to. Because as long as he is your brother, as long as he's endangering the lives of your people, have you asked yourself, what is my fate? What will be my future? Let's say he has made enough billions, stolen billions, that will keep you good, make you good through your lifetime. How many years you allot to yourself? How long do you know you are going to live? I don't care what your age is. There is no date stamp as to how long you are going to live. You can die immediately you enter the earth. You can die an hour after you enter the earth. You can die 2 hours after you enter the earth. If death is determined by your age, then nobody will die early. Are you committing these crimes that the money they pay to you, you are going to enjoy it? What guarantees you that? Nothing. And you see how they fall of the greed. And you say you are not saying anything. And lo and behold, the angel of death knocks on your door. You're not going to say, I'm not coming. Because that's an angel of death. Once he knocks on your door, regardless of the gender of the angel, once you get that knock, you won't have time to get your shoes, to get your millions, to get your billions, to get your gold. You just go on, just like you are facilitating the depletion of your people, helping the Fulani Janjaweed. A lot of people died. This death caused by your so-called elected officials that enforced the false COVID-19 alarm, that which was used to commit evil. And today they are bringing a different version of COVID-19, and we're saying it's real. Yes, it is real, but how did it come about? People are out to kill you. People hate you. They pretend to be lovers of the world, lovers of the people, people of mercy, and they degrade you. But you don't see it. You don't acknowledge it. You are not the first victim, and you will not be the last. Why did they lock you inside? Population reduction. In the whole world, where was it more deadly? Biafra land. Biafra land. did not suffer the wrath of COVID-19. They suffered the wrath of lockdown. No food, no water, nothing. The children died. Is that not equivalent to starvation of Biafrans during the war? They are using COVID-19 and enforced by your governors. When they brought in the first wave of vaccination, did we not shout, don't do it? Those that did it paid. They died. Did we go back to check? Nobody checked. When they tried it in the north, you saw what happened. Today, they are back at it again. They are back at it again. Yesterday, Tuesday, 29th of December, the local cry announced that the people of Imo River, Asa, Okwa West, LGA, that anyone doing business of all kinds, motorists, traders and other people accessing the Obibo route via Imo River should ensure they go and return back before 5:30 to 6. For safety reasons, it's revealed that Nigeria Army, in collaboration with the governor of Rivers State, have decided to deal with our people in Obibo areas and the neighboring villages, communities in this festive season. We want to inform our own people everywhere around the world to be aware of this satanic mission of Nigerian military and their sponsors. Who are their sponsors? Wike. Lockdown, curfew. So if they don't return, what will you do? You start killing them. You have not weaned yourself from the initial atrocities. Do you see what happens when you put blind eye to crime? They commit more and more of the crimes. The Fulanis killed. Nobody responded. Now they started to commit more and more of those crimes. Who are they working for? They are working for Britain. At all costs, your population must be reduced, whether you like it or not. And we watch. For all those talking about one Nigeria, no race, no tribe has adopted the notion of one Nigerianism more than the Biafrans. Biafrans from the north, east, west and south. The same geographical location that suffered the most casualty during slave trade. Your brothers are in Brazil. Your brothers and sisters are all over the Caribbean. Your brothers and sisters are all over the US. Your brothers and sisters are all over Britain. And plus. Have that excused you? No. Have that made them change their ways? No. Their eyes are on you. Chukwuemeka continues to bless you, but you continue to torment him. You continue to insult him. You continue to even deny him. You are not the first, And I think you are going to be the last this time. Let me give you a brief reference for people of history. I came across this and I said, very good. Maybe our people will hear this, and maybe, just maybe, it will wake them up. There are people that tell the truth, and there are people that are very much horrified by the activities of their government when it relates to blacks, Africans, particular reference to the Biafrans, generic name, the Ibos. The Ibos. The Ibos. I am not Igbo. Do you see? Denial in the first degree. I am not Igbo. What is your name? Ekenediri Chukwu. I am not Igbo. What is your name? Nkemjika. I am not Igbo. Who are those that bear those names? Igbos. What is your name? What is your name? Then you will not say, because what you say will be used against you. That hesitation, you will decide to change your name, regardless of your dialect. Your name has done you in. So listen to this.
The highest award given to British officials who work abroad is the Order of St. Michael and St. George. This consists of a star with a little enamelled painting, and the painting shows the angel St. Michael standing on the neck of the devil, and the devil is a black man. This image is very similar to one that we've become familiar with. A policeman kneeling on George Floyd's neck as he says, "I can't breathe." And the idea of standing or kneeling on the neck of a black man is deeply embedded in these notions of dominance, of white people over black people, the dominance of Western nations over other countries. Now, one of the recipients of this award was a man called Sir Evelyn Baring. Sir Evelyn Baring was the grandfather of someone called Mary Wakefield. Mary Wakefield is the wife of Dominic Cummings, Boris Johnson's chief advisor, a man who has done more to cover up the record of current events than anyone else in this government. Sir Evelyn
Wait a minute, did you hear that correctly? Did you hear that correctly? The past and the present. The past. Those people are still carrying out the agenda of their people from the 50s, 60s, as of now. I will start it all over. Listen very carefully. The program you are receiving now, did not initiate today. The activities of the Fulanis did not initiate today. They were all pre-planned in the past and are being executed today. And you are the victim. The daughters, the children of those that are doing it are still alive and well and carrying out the order. You are being vaccinated. And Bill Gates and all of them have sworn that they will reduce your population because you are a burden to them as they turn around and get your resources. They want you dead. They want you out of your land at all cost, by all means, and they are using your brothers. Two hopeless political activities. Starting it all over again lesson.
The highest award given to British officials who work abroad is the Order of St. Michael and St. George. This consists of a star with a little enamelled painting. And the painting shows the angel St. Michael standing on the neck of the devil. And the devil is a black man. This image is very similar to one that we've become familiar with. A policeman kneeling on George Floyd's neck as he says, "I can't breathe." And the idea of standing or kneeling on the neck of a black man is deeply embedded in these notions of dominance, of white people over black people, the dominance of Western nations over other countries. Now, one of the recipients of this award was a man called Sir Evelyn Baring. Sir Evelyn Baring was the grandfather of someone called Mary Wakefield. Mary Wakefield is the wife of Dominic Cummings, Boris Johnson's chief advisor, a man who has done more to cover up the record of current events than anyone else in this government. Sir Evelyn Baring was governor of Kenya when Kenya was a colonial possession of the United Kingdoms. And while he was there in the 1950s, he instituted a system of concentration camps, which even his own Attorney General compared to those run by the Nazis. He drove into these concentration camps and fortified villages. Almost the entire population of the Kikuyu people, then numbering over 1 million people. Huge numbers died, some of them of starvation and disease. Many beaten to death, burnt to death, tortured to death. Repeatedly, men were castrated. In some camps, almost the entire population of children died.
And until the Mau Mau are destroyed, the innocent too must suffer.
It was Evelyn Baring who oversaw the creation of this system.
Sir Evelyn Baring, upon whom rests the main responsibility of the campaign.
We are making progress in that struggle, and we are all confident that in the end we will succeed.
He also directly authorised the beating to death of people within those camps. When Labour MPs asked inconvenient questions about this, on one particular occasion when 11 men were beaten to death, he told the Colonial Secretary to tell the MPs that they had died from drinking contaminated water.
Did you get that? Did you hear Berry telling you they will succeed? No matter how long, no matter what it takes, they will eventually succeed. Where are you today? What is happening to you today? Let me back it up a little bit. Maybe you will understand. Maybe you will understand. You are nothing. They make you feel that you are something, but to them, you are nothing. It's like bait and switch.
In some camps, almost the entire population of children died.
And until the Mau Mau are destroyed, the innocent too must suffer.
It was Evelyn Baring who oversaw the creation of this system.
Sir Evelyn Baring, upon whom rests the main responsibility of the campaign.
We are making progress in that struggle, and we are all confident that in the end we will succeed.
He also directly authorised the beating to death of people within those camps. When Labour MPs asked inconvenient questions about this, on one particular occasion when 11 men were beaten to death, he told the Colonial Secretary to tell the MPs that they had died from drinking contaminated water. Before Britain left Kenya, there was an order sent down, implemented by Special Branch, to conduct what they called a thorough purge of the archives. They burnt crate after crate of documents. One of the orders instructed that if there were too many documents to burn, they should be packed into weighted crates, taken as far from the coast as practicable, and dumped into very deep water without currents. They erased not only the evidence of what happened in Kenya, but much of what happened in Malaya.
The British troops in Malaya, slowly but steadily, are smashing the Red's reign of terror, and they'll keep at it till the job's done.
In Yemen, where Britain fought its dirty war, in Aden,
We're going to be extremely firm and extremely mean. If anyone starts any trouble, they'll just get the head blown off. And they'll get the message in time, you know.
We remember all this in the context of Boris Johnson telling us that to pull down statues is to lie about our history. The entire history that we are told about British imperialism is a lie. We, as a nation, have a greater level of pride in our empire than any other European nation. People look back with nostalgia to Britain's imperial past. That's impossible to understand unless we understand the massive fabric of lies, of deletions, which has airbrushed the colonial atrocities practiced everywhere we went. Imperialism has long been justified through the notion that the white man had a duty to civilize the so-called other races. Racism is an ideology, and to a very large extent it was created by British theorists. You can take it back to the late 18th century and the work of a physician called Charles White, who was one of the people who formalized this idea that there's a sort of ladder of life, and the white man is at the top of that ladder, and below the white man on the ladder is the white woman, and below that were people with dark skin. That ideology remains with us today. It's that ideology which led to the policeman kneeling on the neck of George Floyd, institutional racism, to systemic racism, and a huge part of that ideology began here in the United Kingdom to justify our seizure of other people's resources and other people's lives. These relationships continue by other means. Through our trade relationships today, which are often highly coercive, enforced by offshore tribunals of corporate lawyers, basically forcing countries to give up their natural resources, enforced by international debt, and what we see is a net drain of wealth from the poor nations into the rich nations. This wealth is not just being taken from other people in the world today, it's also being taken from future generations. The capacity of the earth to support us is being wrecked by those who are burning through the earth's resources as quickly as possible, who are destroying our life support systems. Environmental destruction, imperialism, racism, these are intimately connected. They all mesh together as part of a global system of injustice. It's not just the bad stuff in history that they don't want us to see. It's also the good stuff. The massive role of the slave revolts and rebellions, of the slaves themselves and the ex-slaves, who through their advocacy managed to generate a huge amount of outrage about the slave trade and what it involved. Similarly, the history of resistance and rebellion within these shores, a huge range of people's movements amongst the working classes, amongst the middle classes, trying to create a better, juster, more democratic nation, often hundreds of years before their visions came to fruition. And by learning from that history, as well as by learning from our history of atrocities, these two hidden histories, we can begin to understand where we stand, why we are where we are, and how, from that position, we can start to build a better world. Double Down News brings the big issues together. It shows how they fit into the...
Well. Every day you learn something new. Is this why you hate our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Is this why you hate IPOB? Is this why you are using Wike and his colleagues to destroy us? Those living on top of milk and honey, but live worse than the poorest people on earth. And they are flourishing. They are giving away cars that cost millions, to those that have the billions, and they are caging you inside your rooms. I bet you're watching. Nobody can say it will never happen. But the slaves revolted, but you cannot revolt because you are afraid of death, but you are dying silently. End the SARS protest. Okay, we are not going to protest anymore, but you have been living hundreds of years. You have been living years and years of oppression, of insult, of dehumanization. And when time came for you to save yourself, your mind became weak, your body became weak. Those who talked to you and you believed and you accepted their request, today they are haunting you. Today they are back to their old ways, even worse. It's still blaming Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You complain and complain and complain, and when people listen, you go back to your imperial masters. They use your people. They use your fathers. Those people come in shape of your father, your in-law, your uncle, your sister, your mother. But you see, but you keep blind eye. But you hear, you keep your mouth shut. And we are dying silently, like the ant that dies in silence and despair. Anytime you take a step, do you know what you stepped on? You cannot hear the cry of the ants, but you can hear the cries of humans. Perception, belief, but we believe blindly, we perceive blindly. The evidence is glaring in front of us, but we chose to be hopeless. We chose to be stupid, thereby confirming to our oppressors that we are actually stupid. Angel Michael stepping on the devil. And who is the devil? The black man. What church do you attend to? St. Michael's. What church do you attend to? St. Andrew's. What church do you attend to? St. Philip's. And goes on and on and on and on. And then when you head towards the source, when you're heading towards the source of our issue, you see the angel stepping on you. But there's an angel. We don't wait. We believe in what we believe in. And that process is still holding us down. And may we believe that we have a generation that might have a different view, but their policies are still in place. The same descendants of the orchestrators, of the architects, they are still present, implementing the laws and orders of their past parents. COVID-19. COVID-19. What is that? Oh, now they're telling you, oh, we have a new strain. Oh, that new strain is coming. And where your senators not paid millions to inflict you with COVID-19? Gwajabiamila, did he not receive millions? And all of a sudden, the passing of the bill cleared the second reading. Where was the first reading? Who heard about it? Radio Biafra started shouting. But you hit, I'm a Biafran. I'm I'm not IPOB. They are proscribed. I'm not this. But your news will not tell you what is happening. You deny who you are, and who you are will deny you. You fool yourself thinking you are fooling other people. Our leader established ESN to save you. You still have hopeless, senseless people showing us in form of human beings that have nothing in their skulls. They will tell you the amount of degrees they have gathered. Have that saved you? Let me give you the example of this. Let me give you an example. It might be you, but you didn't envisage this. You didn't expect this happening, but it happened. This is what our leader saved you from. If it's not completely done, but at least he did 90% of it, that is remarkable accomplishment, which nobody can even do 0.003% of it. But he accomplished 90% of it. The rest, 10%, is just our ability to cooperate. Listen to this. Are you free? Are you free? It is only in Biafra land. Who are the victims? Biafrans, Igbos. A Fulani man left-handedly slapping a woman because she was recording their evil activities. And who are the orchestrators? The police. That still includes your own brothers. And the enforcers are the Fulanis, the orchestrators. Can you go to Fulani land and do this? You will come back. That is, even if they will find your body. Do you see? Do you see why I am crying? Do you see when you leave what you will do to safeguard yourself and make Biafra come? You decide to be envious. You decide to betray your struggle. You decide to fight for hopeless post. You decide to be who you are not. You want to impose yourself on people that don't want your services. And you assume a post not given to you. You lie, you frame, and you feel satisfied. But at the end of the day, we are all paying for it. Who are the worst culprits? Biafrans. Biafrans. Is this why we are the worst in the whole world? If there is anybody worse than us in our activities, please call and let me know. More is expected from us. But are we Are we checkmating ourselves? Are we examining our rules? You have ESN established so that you can go to your farm. Before, you couldn't go to your farm. The same your brothers enforcing curfews that will eventually kill you in your room. Let's say you went somewhere and your car broke down and you're coming back, they will say you broke the curfew. You might not even make it alive. They will shoot you dead. You go to farm, you cannot farm enough. You'll be walking home so that you will beat the 5:30 curfew. 5:30 and 6, you are home. You all are kids, huh? You all are nobodies. So we tell you when to come in and when not to come in. We tell you when to go and when not to go. And we tell you when to eat and when not to eat. Are you not worse than a slave? And you honor the same governors. And you are related to the same governors that are enforcing rules and regulations delegated to a particular area of Biafra land, the Ibos. Do you see why Angel Michael is stepping on the neck of the black man? No sense, no common sense of reasoning. And they are bringing you COVID-19, the second batch. And this time, there are people that will say it is not true. It is fake news. There are many of them paid to write rubbish, paid to deceive you, but your evidence is right there. You are looking at it. And most of you have even, I will beg the Nigerian media, as a matter of fact, to make you angry. I will beg the Zoo media, their newspapers, to publish the page way back where Bill Gates and the dream of depopulating Africa began. If they can do that, they publish it over and over again, maybe, just maybe, people will start to reason. But instead they will publish the British League, British Football League, Tottenham, but not what will help you. Nigeria need not exist. But we are still forging ahead. Do we have to? Do we have to? You have been forging ahead for 100 years and not accomplishing anything. I'll save that for tomorrow. I will save that for tomorrow. Let me give you a few messages. Then we open the phone lines. Okay, we'll open the phone lines. We We are on our own worst enemies. Our leader established a SIN and ESN, and we are raising money to make sure they perform, to make sure we take care of them. It is only one USA national account. Only one USA national account. Any other account is illegal. Is illegal, not approved by our leader. The bank for the USA national account is Chase Bank. The name, account name, Indigenous People of Biafra Patriots Inc. The routing number is 0440037. One more time. Routing number is 0440037. You have 1 0 from the beginning, and after the 44 you have 4 more zeros, and then you have 3 and 7. The account number 669-680-115. If you are using Zelle to email the payment, the name is ipobusana@yahoo.com. ipobusana@yahoo.com. If it make you easier to remember, you say ipobusana@yahoo.com. ipobusana@yahoo.com. Any account, any money collected, not paid into that account established nationally for UA is illegal. There must be proof that that's where the money was put. I don't care how the money was collected, it must be put into that national account, and evidence produced. When we have issues, people are busy trying to get rich at the expense of our woes. And after this, I will open the phone line.
Overnight prayer for IPOB/Biafra Biafrans worldwide on Thursday, the 31st of December 2020 by 12 a.m. Biafra time. Theme: Biafrans rejoice, for Chukwuemeka has turned our captivity. The book of Psalm 126, 1-3. Duration of fast should be according to one's capability. Biafrans, let's cross over to the land of plenty, the land of rising sun. 2021, a year to be remembered for Biafrans. This message was prepared by Evangelist Uzak Nwokike, Pastor Frederick Mohia, Pastor Chris Wise, and it was signed by Mazi Oscar Okeke, head of IPOB Religious Affairs Committee. 2021, a year to be remembered for Biafrans.
That's the end of the announcement. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. +1 484 767 0848. I hope we understand what is at stake, what is on the table, and we must continue. Caller, you are on the air. You are. Caller, go ahead. You're on the air. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Can I come in?
Yeah, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, dear friends. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Good afternoon, IPOB family members around the world. Yes, I'm on air. I am.
Yeah, turn off your radio. I think there is Caller, go ahead. You're on the air.
There's a problem, the last time. Yeah. Good afternoon, IPOB family members around the world, Biafrans, friends of Biafra, lovers of freedom, and all our well-wishers. I welcome you all this afternoon to our live broadcast today, the 30th of December 2020. My name is Inenaya Anya. I'm from Ihechiowa in Umuahia province in Biafra land. And by the special grace of Chukwuemeka, I am the head of finance of indigenous people of Biafra worldwide. Once again, good afternoon from Germany. My reason for coming on air is to remind us about the donation for the ESN, Eastern Security Network, which our leader announced to the world on the 12th of December 2020. There are certain things I want to clarify because I've been getting calls or text messages, and I want to clarify it again, once again on air. We have just one account, just like Mazi Alozie said. One account where you have to make this contribution. And that account is in USA, is Chase Bank. Mazi Alozie already called it out. And also, we also have a PayPal account. If you check very well, when it was posted on the Facebook, right under there, you will find a PayPal account. So you can also pay to our PayPal if you can, or you pay to the account itself. If anybody happens to send any accounts to you and say that this is where to be paid, do not pay. You must verify this properly to make sure that the money is going to the right account. Somebody might come up, they will tell you this is the account, they will publish it, or maybe on WhatsApp or Facebook, or send you an email. Do not pay to that account until you verify that that is the account approved by our leader. Here, we do things by coordinating it properly. You do not go against the rules. You follow the rules laid down. We have just one account. Do not send your money to any other place. It's very, very important. Now, for those of us who are living outside the United States of America, we have a SWIFT code account where you send that money. I did distribute the account to all the continental reps in IPOB for them to forward it to the national coordinators, and I'm sure they did that. That is where you pay those of us that are outside the United States. Please, because if you tried using the rotary, it will not go through. Because here in Europe or other parts of the world, I'm sure it will not go through. Rather, what they require is the SWIFT code. So it's very important you ask your coordinator for the right account if you are living outside the United States. Again, if you make your contributions in your zone, and then you have to send the funds. For those of us that are not in IPOB, but they are Biafrans, you give them the account, they pay direct. For our friends and those that love freedom, that love what we are doing, you give them the account, they pay direct, including the PayPal. Please do not forget the PayPal. If you scroll down, you will find the PayPal account is there. Do not pay to any other account. For those of us in United States of America, since it is state by state that are independent, you pay direct to your state and the state will remit it to our national account. If any individual gives you any account to pay in, make sure you reject it. We have but one account approved by our leader, and we must follow that direction. But in the United States as well, those that are not in IPOB or our friends, but they are Biafrans, and those that love what we are doing, you give them the account. They know it. Mazi Alozie have been announcing it. You put it in your forums, you place it where you know that people can see it and pay. Do not pay to any other account. And for those of you that have started paying, I commend you all. It is important, it's our duty to make sure that we finance the Eastern Security Network. It's a must. If you love freedom, If you are a Biafran and you love freedom and you want to be free, this is the time. Send this message, send the accounts to your friends on your WhatsApp. Tell them that we are making contribution to free ourselves. Send this message to them, those that are in your WhatsApp group, your friends to Messenger or Facebook. Send it to them. We need contributions. It's very important. We must put a stop to all this molestation that is going around in our land, raping our mothers, our sisters, and destroying our crops. It can't continue like that. This is the time. Very, very important. If you want freedom, and you know you want your land to be free, this is the time. We must support our leader and trust him and believe in what he is doing. He is always in the right direction. And we have been following him. He has never failed us, and he's not going to fail us. But he needs our support. Every one of us, genuine ones, not saboteurs. Because saboteurs don't like good things, you know that. Please, we should not allow ourselves to be distracted unnecessarily. We must remain focused. Remember our motto in IPOB. We must remain focused to where we are going. That is restoring of Biafra. We must be determined, determination to get to the end. We must be consistent, consistency to get there. Nothing should distract us from the goal. It's very, very important. This is our motto. And we must be steadfast. Distraction is what we don't need at this particular time. It's very, very important. We must be mentally fit to face what is in front of us. They will come in different forms, but do not allow yourself to be distracted from the main goal, which is restoration of Biafra. No matter how the wind blows, no matter how it flows, no matter the noise, no matter anything, remain focused. Distraction is what we don't need at this time. And I know we are going to restore Biafra. We all know that. With our leader, Mazi, the one ordained by Chukwuemeka, anointed. We all know that. So please, distraction, try to push it away so that we can do the right thing. And finally, this contribution for our Eastern Security Network is something that must be continuous. Please, it must be continuous, not a one-time off thing. Continuous. Find a way on how you are going to arrange yourself, either in your zone or in your country, wherever you are. Arrange it and make sure that it should be a monthly contribution thing. We must continue to support this as long as it takes until our leader says, okay, no more. But we must continue. Deep hand into your pocket. I know it's not going to be easy. But if we can come this far, then there is nothing we cannot achieve. And I know we will achieve it. Why? Because we are Biafrans. When we set the goal, we normally get to the end. And when we have a leader like our own, Mazi, there is nothing to be afraid of. All he needs is our support. And the result, we all see it. I also want to use this opportunity. Please be careful what you post on Facebook or WhatsApp. Verify it before you post. We are very confident that we are in the right direction. The ESN is here to stay because the people want it. We want it. So we don't care if any governor or anybody said they don't want it. The people, we are the people, we want it. And it's there to stay. Nothing can shake it off. Nobody. That's why it's important we should not allow ourselves to be distracted. We must remain focused. And once again, remember, do not pay to the wrong account. Pay to the one approved by our leader. It's everywhere. Find out if somebody comes to you and say, pay here, I will pay it to there. Say no. I just want to support what Mazi Alozie said earlier before I came. Pay to the right account, the correct one. And for those that have paid, I commend all of you, and those that will still pay, may Chukwuemeka Abiyama bless every one of us. But one thing is certain, we have to support our own, which is Eastern Security Network. It's our own. And when something is your own, you make sure you retain it and support it and nourish it. And that's exactly what we are doing. We don't care what people say. They've killed us enough. Now we say enough is enough. Everybody must support the Eastern Security Network project. It's for our own good. Tell your friends, lovers of freedom, organization, get them, anybody. It's not just IPOB, Biafrans, everybody is welcome. But please, make sure you pay to the right account. Some people might come and start giving some accounts, do not pay in there. If you pay there, it means you didn't pay in the right account. And don't blame anybody but yourself. If you have any question, ask your coordinators, ask your state coordinators, ask your national coordinator, ask your zonal coordinator. They will tell you what to do because everybody have the information. Thank you very much, Mazi Alozie. I don't know if you have any question for me. Is there anywhere you want me to clarify again before I log off?
You clarified the whole thing, but there's something I'll ask you off the phone anyway, so we can look at it in a different angle, from a different angle. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
You've had it. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. +1 484 767 0848. It is our security network, and we are the ones that will safeguard ourselves. We are the ones that will make our region, our land, attractive. Under the present condition, it will never be attractive. Under the present condition, it is uninhabitable. Under the present condition, it is an eyesore. Go and look at your roads. The pre-war glorious cities are like dumpsters. But you have more money. You have more enlightened people that are bringing you darkness. And I wonder what wonder is bringing. Caller, your name and where you're calling from?
Alozie, good afternoon.
Good morning from here.
Thank you. It's my name is and I'm calling you right now from Biafra land. Mazi, thank you so much.
Your line is faint. Your line is not clear. Make some adjustment. It might be one of those days. The phone is now jumping like a frog, and you know what it means. The network. From the first caller, you see, you couldn't hear him. You've got about 7 calls already that skipped. But they are taking your money. They are taking your money with no services rendered. This is what you want to stay away from. This is not the way to provide services. You receive money, you render the services, or you give them refund them their money. Anything short of that is scheme. You're scheming people, and you are scamming them. The call number is +1 484 767 0848, and there's something that I like to point out for all those that have been arguing, debating, telling you fake news. Well, time is telling. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Ipob. I'm calling from Germany. Please, we need the zonal coordinator's number for Germany and the account number. Some of us are not getting it. That is my information to you people there. We who are living in Germany, we are not getting across. We need the information for the account number and where the IPOBs are holding their mission. It is difficult for most of us. We're trying to reach out, but nobody is granting us because sometimes our telephones are being hacked and we cannot get through. So we need the account number for the ESN security network to be paid into, and where they are holding their meetings in Germany here, where we can contact the zonal coordinator. That is my question for this afternoon here in Germany. Thank you.
Thank you. With regard to that, Nina just made an announcement, but I will, after this call, this session, I will tell her to inform the German coordinator to make it available or forward the information to me here, and then I will announce it. I have the European rep as well to get in touch. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, Mazi Alozie.
Good morning from here.
Okay, this is Mazi calling from Dallas, Texas.
Welcome, Mazi Ndubeze.
Thank you so much, Mazi. Chukwuemeka, I'm blessed for the work you are doing for us. May he bless our leader. The only leader we know, Mazi Nnamdi. And may he bless all the IPOB all over the world. Mazi, this one will be a very short and quick one. There is something that is happening in this US. Some of our brothers that felt they know it all, that abandoned this project, they are the one I'm talking to this morning. If you know that you are former IPOB and you felt that your family has grown so fast or so big, and you believe you have come to this know all, and you are and you want to go and do your own thing, please kindly release anything that belongs to IPOB. Release them. Those are not your property. There are people that left and cornered our documents and refuse to release them. And the new officers that are supposed to be working cannot work because those documents are being held by some skeletons that believe that they are not too smart for themselves. I don't want to mention your name, but if you don't release those papers you are keeping with you, if you don't release those things that belongs to IPOB that you are holding hostage, you are not mentioned. I will come here and mention you and I don't care what will happen to you. You don't have to release it. At the bank couldn't open an account because somebody is holding the document. How can you hold documents that belongs to a whole nation? Who are you? Who are you? Why will you do that? If you know you don't want to work with us again, kindly give us our stuff and get the hell out of the way. Some are over there going to Facebook Live every day talking rubbish. And here you are holding our documents, you are holding us on stage. For how long are we going to be foolish? You said our leader don't know what he's doing, you can do it better, or our leader is doing everything arbitrarily by himself. And here you are holding us on stage. When you decide that you're not going to belong to an association or a group, are you not supposed to hand them over whatever that belongs to them? I'm just calling on all of you because you know who you are. You can gang up and want to destroy this struggle. God will punish all of you. So that we won't move forward. Punish all of you. I'm sorry that I'm standing this way this morning. I just got real upset. I called one of our brothers this morning to give him a member that wants to come in. This man told me that he's been running around trying to open an account. He cannot. As an idiot is holding on to our document.
I will, Mazi,
continue what you're doing,
don't hang up. Don't hang up. Can you start all over and repeat what you said for those that did not hear you?
These people that left, all of them are holding our documents. All of them are holding our paperwork. Can you hold your nation hostage because you felt somebody is not doing something right? If you are truthful and you are honest to yourself, if you think what our leader is doing is not right, are you not supposed to? You want to resign, or when you want to leave the organization, what you do is to gather their stuff, gather their money, gather their paperwork, and present it to them. Hey, my brothers, this is what your properties that belongs to me. I'm done here. I'm giving. But rather, these people hold on to the documents we need to be able to work. They hold on to it. They know we need those documents. They are not releasing those documents. And they say we don't know what we are doing. What do they want? Enough is enough. I'm sure they are listening. Some of them are, what do you call it, Facebook Live every day. I don't even know if they work anymore. Or they retired. Now, they're not quite the common one everywhere. Every day, I'm going to Facebook, not nonsense. Only to her to the relevant, talk about rubbish. We are not going to put on ready. Now, when the money instruction, do this, do that, do the other one. Now, you can put it from the other side of your mouth. This is madness. Enough is enough. Who are our family? Their wives should talk to them. God will punish them if they don't release them documents.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
Because I'm dry and it's raining.
That's fine. That's fine.
Disappointed.
Yeah, it's not unexpected, but
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye. Please, for all those that are not in office, you're holding the necessary documents belonging to IPOB Dallas. Please turn in those necessary papers because they are no longer yours. It belongs to IPOB, and I'm appealing to you out of the goodness of your heart. That is the way I put it. Just turn in whatever you're holding. Maybe you forgot. Thank you. Caller, your name and where you calling from.
Yeah, Mazi Alozie, we're getting from WhatsApp, and this is Mazi from Alozie. And I hear from Omaka City, Mess in our province of Biafra. Mazi, we appreciate our head of finance who just say what he's supposed to say as our finance officer. She did, it was very clear. We appreciate her. We continue to encourage her and our leadership and all the DOS and all our volunteers in the NIFU. We appreciate all of them and all the fanaticals, men of valor, doing their wonderful work at this time. Kabam is your strength. Mazi, purposely I came in to make some announcement. I was authorized to continue doing this announcement by London National Coordinator, European Rep, and the German National Coordinator because I have somebody called. I want to give the number again. These three countries, the numbers. For the first one, I have to give the number of the National Coordinator in Germany. My friends and my brother and my comrades in Germany, Mazi, can I swear take these numbers down, sir? The number of National Coordinator in Germany, or if you're in Germany, is Leica, is +49 152 102 51837. I will repeat, of course, you know the name, you know him very well. +49 152 102 51837. This is for German National Coordinator. And for our European rep, his number is +417. Sir? Hearing me?
Yeah, go ahead. We're hearing you. Unless if there's a breakup, okay. If there's a breakup on your end, you can start all over.
Okay, sir. Okay, let me start once again. Our National Coordinator in Germany, his telephone number is +49 152 102 51837. I repeat, +49 152 102 51837. National Coordinator Germany. And for our European rep, his telephone number is +417 Switzerland 866 19461. I repeat, +417 866 19461. And for London National Coordinator, his number is +4479 0060 3759 +447 900 603 759. Please, you call them. Mazi, you take them down there because people are calling. Let our people continue to do the needful. We appreciate all of them. Mazi, I sign out because we have been somewhere. Thank you, sir. There was, sir.
Thank you very much. The call number is +14847670848. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Caller, your name and where you calling from.
My name is Jackson Moses. I hail from Abuja. Abuja is in the province of Biafra.
Welcome.
Mazi, please permit me to announce our ESN weekly voluntary donation account. The bank's name is Banco Post. The IBAN number is IT, as in International and Transfer. That is IT 27 W like Washington 076 0112 10000, which is 1 with 4 zeros 104 9312331. The account number is 00104 9312331. The account name is Indigenous People of Biafra, Italy. The phone number to contact us is 351 0046 This number is our national coordinator's number. His name is Mazi Romanus. My own number is 351 255 1274. So those people that are living within Italian territory, this is the account that they have to pay their ESN voluntary donation money to. And also, this account is not only meant for IPOB family members. Also, those IPOBians that are not family members can as well pay money into this account. And those people that are willing to join IPOB within the year that are signing a bill.
Your line has terminated. I will advise you to forward this information to OK Foreign. This information, forward it to OK Foreign, so that he will bring it, send it to me after I look at it and see if there's anything that can change. I think it's best you send that information to OK Foreign. If all the countries will be doing that, then we will find a suitable means where we are going to place it so that everybody will see it. Nobody will be starved from information. So thank you for providing us this, okay? Caller, your name and where you're calling from. Ugo.
Sir.
Hang up and call right back. Let this man finish his announcement. Yeah, your line cut off. So did you hear what I said?
No, I'm not a person.
Okay. All right. I thought you call back. I'll just go ahead and make it quick so that I'll take the other number I cut off. Go ahead.
My name is Mazi. I'm calling from Italy as well, but I'm not that person. I'm looking for permanent Biafra land, the upper part of the state. I want to say concerning that person that our brother talking about, the person holding our documents and for it that we couldn't be able to open accounts for not. It's important. As from our understanding, the collecting that document may lead to another thing because of the urgency now. If there is anybody, if there is somebody there that is trustworthy, okay, one thing it's not also be a like doing among their amazing family members. That person should also volunteer his personal and if possible. Then those money can come to him and they will push it to the right direction instead of waiting for long and we will force and forcing this man that hold our documents. It may be another thing. That is my own opinion there. After I know that the leader will be talking about things which are addressing within them there. But as we are waiting, let's make possible and know personal accountability. So that people can bring out what they want to use to support our network but not to support our personal account. Because this is as history. Because if you tell that man to destroy what you are doing, but you don't know that it's ready to anything. Thank you, my brother, and
Thank you very much. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. +1 484 767 0848. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Alozie, thank you so much.
Welcome.
This is your caller. Yeah. Greetings to you, fellow Biafran friends of Biafran and lovers of freedom. The blessing of our Heavenly Father, Chukwuemeka, will continue to be with us. My name is Hugo, and I am calling from Enugu Province this afternoon. Mazi, we continue to say this because some of our people, they prefer to die with the pride of non-truth. For those of you, you are neighborhood watch, both you and your leader. They later recruit you to talk to forest guards. And the purpose of recruiting all of you is to go inside bush and look for Fulani, jihadis, stopping them of destroying our farm, killing our mothers, our father in our bush, in different corners of Biafran lands. And now the work is deviating. I am telling all of you because you know this truth. When they want to tell you this truth, you better betray those your evil leaders who claim to be governors and who are calling all of you victims. Each of you is fucking what? Affecting them. They are trying to deceive every one of you. You come from one place to other and we are watching you. You better betray them because they are betraying us, killing us in daily basis. You better refuse to accept that. If you accept it, if you have already collected that money that they are sharing, you better disappear. Because if you hold that evil work, you will die. The critical network is here to stay. And the purpose is to stop the killings of innocent people in our land. Not the reason why these people establish you that call yourself security outfit. You can the reason why they mobilize you, giving you money to go and fight your brothers and sisters that is doing the right thing. We are telling all of you to restrain yourself from this evil work because it's going to consume every one of you. Once you engage yourself in people that is working for evil government in the zoo, people that is fighting the masses, trying to take away our land, helping the evil people in our land to accomplish their mission. The first thing that will happen to them is to go along with you also. You don't know who you are. You don't want to care whoever is involved in this. But therefore, that's all of you. This is all you people that they are creating security that will protect. When the Allah evil doers, the Fulani jihadis kill our people, they will take them to police. From police, they will let them go. And you are seeing all these things. How many of them that have been captured after killing our people? Where are they? You can't see them in prison. They can't stay 24 hours in a cell. These people must stop. And you should not continue to accept this message from these evil people that claim to be leader. We are telling you this for you. Any person that is forest guard. I don't know the name they call other of different land. Neighborhood watch. Is forest guard. He fights in forest guard and find him. He engage himself in fighting those making themselves available to get your mother and father in the past. regret it, and certainly we regret it. This is the reason why we are announcing this. And for those of us that is interested, we urge every one of our brothers and sisters, everybody, we need to support this our brother, because this work, Chukwuemeka made our leader available, and this work is going forward, and we must continue to do this work until the restoration of our land. The blessing of our Almighty God, Chukwuemeka, will continue to be with every dedicated those who made themselves available, not for business, but for the rest of us. We want to be free. Don't you know this? We are slaves, and we can never be slaves in our own land. We need freedom, and that freedom is exactly what we will get. Mazi, may the blessing of Chukwuemeka continue to be with you, our leader, our leaders. Thank you so much, Mazi.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. +1 484 767 0848. We have to pay attention to ourselves. I have given you the way people look at us and where we are failing, and I think we need to make amends.
Mazi.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is a change to call it from Abba in the Biafra.
Welcome.
Yeah, my brother, I greet you for your good work. I think that will happen. Bless you. And our leader as well. Right now, all these people that claim to be with IPOB, even when our leader being castrated by the Nigerian government, these people, as they have claimed to resign, they should drop everything. They should not carry our property now, because we know some of them have loot. We know some of them have loot, but let them remember. Let them remember when time reach. When time reach, they will pay, because we know how. Even I myself, I know how these people directed us during the time of protest. Many people have lost their life for this issue, and now they have turned back to our leader. These people, they have turned back to our leader. Even the man who said that he's not going to allow this platform to see with corruption. You later become a corruption by yourself. You know yourself, and you are not even worthy to mission for this holy platform. So we are not talking about you people right now. We will continue moving forward. Biafra is here. I thank Chukwuemeka for what Chukwuemeka has been doing for us, because with our leader, everything is neat. Let them continue. When time reach, Sabu, you must pay. After we finish with the Zuzu government, we will come with you, who is in our land, who is our brother. Let's finish with the Zuzu government as well. Mazi, this time around, we don't have a lot to be complained. I just want to tell you that Biafra is here. I thank Chukwuemeka, because right now, the whole world, everybody has identified that we are Biafra. But before I don't know what is Biafra, even to use my age. If not the leader of the Biafra, Mazi, it just come and open my brain, and I know every. So I thank Chukwuemeka, and everywhere now, even in the street, even in the motor, even in Okada, everybody is talking. And our leader said it when everybody is talking about Biafra, that show that Biafra is here. And I thank Chukwuemeka for that. I could say may Chukwuemeka continue to bless our leader and bless the house of our leader as well. Mazi, Chukwuemeka bless you. We still there here. We there for Biafra land here. Nothing they happen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Chukwuemeka will bless all of us. We must face our fate. We are going to determine our fate. We will not leave it in the hands of our enemies, those that have nothing to offer us but death. The way are we going to let it happen? Is it that we don't know what's good for us, or is it that we don't value our own lives? When we are talking about our issues, when we are talking about the way things are going for us, when we are talking about people not paying attention to what is happening to us, I think it's time they start doing that. Call out your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, Mazi Alozie.
Welcome.
There. My name is Chukwuemeka. I'm a native of Biafra State, Biafra land. I greet my leader, our leader, Mazi. I greet all principal officers of IPOB all over the whole world. This morning I want to start by the caller that complained about some group are trying to behave as they are saboteurs.
Mazi, are they trying to behave or are they behaving?
He said,
are they trying to behave or are they behaving like saboteurs?
Yes, they are behaving as they were called saboteurs. What am I trying to say? Is it not possible to call police and arrest those people? Because I know that IPOB was registered in a particular place or country. Why not arrest those people so that they will explain why they are saboteurs? Because if a white man called black Satan, according to the clip we played this morning, I think I will agree with the white people. Because when looking at the way mainly our Igbo people are behaving by this time in this struggle, I will agree with them that some black people are Satan. Not people land. Look how they are Satan, even worse than Satan. You say you are representing your group of people, and you are there trying to kill them, try to use rope and tie their leg and tie their hand so that the enemy will cut their head. Then let you alone and your group remain. Then, what shall it profit you if you gain the whole world and your people perish? Who are you as a person? So, what our brother who complained, I think if there's a way to arrest those group of people, maybe it's a group of Uchemefo and the other one called Obi Obienu in US here. All the whole time I'm listening to this very person. You can take all the whole time talking, and before you can understand one or two things from all the whole wasted time, you cannot get anything. But I know that he was giving a preference on this platform from time to time from watching. But I cannot get anything reasonable from him. The last thing he said is that he has to know me. But look at today. He has fallen down as a Satan he is. let me put very, very clear. If you are Igbo man and you are against freedom, it is that you are not people now. You are teaching yourself. You are teaching your children.
Mazi,
and you come from a place, a village.
Mazi, let me.
You are killing yourself.
Let me tell you. Listen. I don't want. Obi,
you are not killing anybody.
Are you listening? Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me?
Forever you remain like that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but hold on. What? Okay, what I'm trying to say is this to every other person. Obi Dobienu's issue is his issue. I don't want it on the radio. Let them do what they do over there. They are no longer with us, so let's leave their issues with them. Unless we have to move on. We have to move on. People have their own agendas. If they are pursuing Biafra in their own way, that's fine. But we are following our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our own way. If I understand what you're saying, but I don't want this broadcast to degenerate to Obido Obienu and all that stuff. I'm not interested. Okay, that's the point I'm trying to make. I wasn't rushing you off the air or anything. So I'm just, just putting up that point. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Good morning, sir, from here.
Good morning.
My name is Chukwuemeka. I'm calling from Indianapolis, USA. Mazi, Mexico, Ghana, going to bless our leader. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Like I said, it's unfortunate that people understand it. Let's stay and listen to our leader. When our leader is telling us who we are. And what makes you a smart person is when somebody is saying, giving out history like this, then you go on your own to do research. Mazi, when our leader said that we don't know who we are, if truly the Igbo race know who we are, we will not go to do all these saboteur people are doing today. Mazi, I research the way our leader said. Go and do your own research. Mazi, I do research about who we are, we Igbo race. That is when I begin to understand the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say that Biafra is a spirit. A Canaan man cannot see this Biafra quest. A Canaan man, the person doesn't have spiritual eye to know the meaning, know the true eye, the person who we are. That is why you see people fall from the roadside. And when they say we are the original Jews, and people say, no, they can begin laughing because it didn't research. And people, they talk about religion. Everybody begin, even that Catholic church, nobody asked me to stop going to Catholic church. I don't have no apology for anybody. I do my own research, I keep my own sense. Okay? That is why our brother Mazi came out yesterday said if you are following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for 4 years and still coming on social media and still getting back to you, that means you didn't learn nothing on Radio Biafra every day. You didn't learn nothing. That if you learn something, then you know why our leader said that Biafra is a spirit. When the spirit of Biafra possesses you, you will see the accurate picture of who we are, of what freedom we are fighting for. We're not fighting like other countries. They give freedom. The hand of Biafra is the hand of the European powers. We know we are the true people of life. We are going to church every day. They will do crossover night. Your pastor didn't tell you who the original road, the road that the Western world play that Bible that carry today. And they'll tell you that 2021 you will become rich man. But they can't prophesy where Buhari, where the fake this man Osibanjo, where is the vice president? 2 days ago, last 3 weeks, somebody said from Yoruba Kingdom, from Yoruba Senate, said that Obasanjo is from Igbo man. Obasanjo come out and say, I'm Igbo Yoruba embassy. My forefather came from Abeokuta. Okay. But this Buhari, since 2017, only that be saying this man is not Buhari, it's not Buhari. And the whole people don't say don't sign. And our so-called governors, everybody say, you're calling yourself a terrorist because the meaning of IPOB is indigenous people of Biafra, which means you don't see what you see. If you understand who you are, you will support Mazi Kanu without deviating and asking command and control. Because you don't understand that Biafra is a spirit. That's why you will see to command and control. What is there in command and control? What is there? In America you are. Small kids and small kids are not controlling your place of work. In America you people are. Oh, you're small or you are not controlling you people just because they are our leader. That's why when Jesus Christ was born, young people didn't recognize him. Mazi, I thank God today. I know who I am today as Igbo man. I know the originator of Igbo. Not from Bible. I know it today. I can, if I'm telling somebody today will be wondering, how did I know? My father, my parents, old parents in the home, I used to give them, take care of them as my father. But they told me, the only good thing I've done for them is to restore Radio Biafra. That what the Kanu is saying is true, that they remember when they are little kids, what the father used to say is the same thing that Kanu used to say. Tell them, he's a man over 80 years old. He's saying that what the man Kanu is, he's telling us today is what the father is telling us 80 years ago. That's why you know that Mazi Kanu is a God calling this man Kanu to restore our land. And some kind of people because they managed to travel abroad, get their family abroad, and fighting against this fight. Anybody fighting against our freedom, the person and children will never see, will never know what they call freedom. Even though they live in America, even though they live anywhere, they will never know. It's not will never know freedom. Because in America, you take oath to become a citizen. In India, you take the oath to become a citizen. Now, you become a citizen, they are not fighting against your people that are killing every day. You want your children to be good, they are lying. Look at the president of sabotage. The children in Chicago, yeah, run the scatter. The children in Chicago, yeah, the man that used to give money to come and buy it. The children in Chicago, in America, yeah, go and go and sit for yourself. They know that things that the father do, live among them. The thing that our father do is what black people, black Jews have seen to today. If you think that all is not working, go just Google this man that you 2 months of time. He's in Chicago, yeah, if it was me, I will send it to you on YouTube. You see of an eye. The woman in that is denying that no, this is not how our people take it. The why they haven't go back to the church in 1968. Since 1968, they're in Chicago, in America, yeah. Anybody that supports that, your generation will smell that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Caller, your name and where you calling from.
Mazi Alozie, can you hear me?
Definitely, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. We'll just go to Canada and break Mazi Alozie. That's what I'm talking about the war. Just go to Canada and I can be really well. Chikere anyị sị na ọwa anyị nwa ga-awụ ụmụ ya n'elu ụwa ya dịrị anyị niile onye atụkwala ụjọ ọwala ndị nna ha ka anyị na-aza na-emere ịsa mpele. Mazi Alozie, we are fighting the kingdom of darkness, demons. The world has ganged up to take our land. And we let accept that. We are very formidable. We are not come and get them not the calendar again. I think we are like that. What is up? Always have to be careful, have to be there. Then the night can you every day we have the moment that we remember that's what happened. And that's the reason why the
very important. The world is going to hell. Let them think of them. They are not going to the way. Mark chapter 6. Mark chapter 6. Do you see verse 4? During the time of Jesus, talk like play. During the time of Jesus Christ, on 1 year of preaching. I will do one lot. I am a fucking letter. I can take it. I love you so much. I have to follow you. I just say this way. I call you never another politician. All you have to put together as a person to let that go. All of that's my guy. I'm dying. Look at woman now. Almost a million of don't you break it at his shoe. Check out another brother. Not all my ọwọ́ tó wọ́n fi owó yóò lọ́wọ́ ọ̀yá máa ọwọ́ yẹn gọ́fànà owó yẹn ẹ̀jẹ̀ tukọ̀ kì í jẹ́ ìfọ̀kẹ́ nínú lọ́dà ó mọ̀ kókó kẹ́kẹ́ rẹ̀ sínú rẹ̀ nínú àlàkẹ́ mọ́ ẹ̀yà abẹ́rù tẹ́tẹ́ àyìnláàkì náà spirit àlànà ndẹ́tẹ́ tẹ́ ká kùtì ìyàkà ẹ̀kú sí ẹ̀bà àbáyà ẹ̀ olùkàbẹ́ náà tẹ́tẹ́ abẹ́rù náà kúrò nù máa jẹ́ àlejò ìṣú kẹ́ ọ̀lẹ́ Biafra.
Hail Biafra, Ndewo. Thank you. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Okay, that line is gone. We have to listen to what our leader has been telling us. And it is very important that when people start following instructions, things go better. Why are we Biafrans the ones not listening to our leader? Rather, you have people trying to raise doubt. When I say our people, I mean those that like to argue. He has a lot of people that believe in him now. Our leader has many, millions upon millions.
Mazi.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. My name is Mazi, my man, Hugo Onyejaka. I'm the national PRO of Ipob here in the United States of America. I reside here in Washington, D.C., but I am from Amibo. Amibo is Nolo, Amibo is the home of the Tiger, and Amibo is the home of King Jajo. Mazi, thank you so much for all your good work, and I thank God Almighty for Mazi Nnamdi. Mazi, please, I want to talk a little bit about the situation of things in Nigeria now. And I want to encourage the Biafrans for them to continue doing what they are doing because God is fighting the war for us. As you can see now, Mazi, we don't have any government in Nigeria. Buhari is gone. Aisha Buhari is gone. People now that control Nigeria are the few gangsters. And these gangsters are the Fulanis. Mazi, the Fulanis from Mali, they are fighting war in Mali. Because these are the jihadist Islamic Fulanis. They are fighting war in Central African Republic. Fighting war in Burkina Faso. These guys, this is the same thing they are doing in the northern Nigeria is what they are doing all over here. Even they don't care if you are in Nigeria, because when people say, oh, Nigeria, we are the northern part of Nigeria, it is craziness. Because these Fulanis, these invaders, these Fulanis from Sahel, what their intention is to come and occupy and then move the Fulani to Nigeria. That is the reason why they don't give a damn about those people in the north. If you are from Southern Carolina, that is your business. They're going to uproot you and they have to go and live in IDP camp. If you are from Zamfara, they don't even care if you are a Muslim or not, you are gone. If you are from Borno, oh my goodness, they are going to kidnap you and then you have to pay ransom to be released. So what they are doing, they are making and doing whatever they can do. They are going and then, mining the gold doing everything they can do to make the money for the Fulanese Sahel. So these are the people that have invaded Nigeria. They are conquering the northern part of Nigeria, irrespective of your religion. They don't care. They're killing Christians, they're killing Muslims. Now they are now in the Middle Belt, killing the Middle Belt people. But where is their eye? Their eye is coming in your land. That is the Biafran land. But I thank God Almighty for Nnamdi Kanu, for all this, our Eastern Security Network. If you are a Biafran, and then you find it difficult to support Eastern Security Network, it means that you don't love your mother, you don't love your father. It means that even if you are the worst thing that has happened to your generation. So the thing you have to do now, because before we were doing things, but now that we have gotten our defense, and that our line of defense is Eastern Security Network, everybody have to be very happy. All hands have to be on the board. What you have to do is to donate. Stop talking the talk, because we have gotten something that have emboldened us. Everybody, every youth in the eastern part of Nigeria, that is the Biafran land, every youth is a volunteer in the Eastern Security Network. The only thing you have to do is get anything that you can get to defend yourself, because what you are doing is that you are securing yourself, you are defending your house, you are defending your sisters that are defenseless, their elderly mothers, your elderly fathers, your sister that have been raped, that is in the farm. You are defending your farm. You are defending your house, because these marauders, they will never stop at anything. That's only that thing that their mind is, to come and occupy your space. And that is what is going on. Remember that the vacuum, anywhere there is a vacuum, there must be something that will occupy it. So because there is no president in the Asorok, this is the reason why these people, they are the ones that are controlling the military, they are the ones that are controlling the police, they are the ones that are controlling the Central Bank of Nigeria, they are the ones that are controlling the NNPC. Every section of that is controlled by these Fulanese, because it is them that put whoever that replaced the Buhari that is dead. They are the one. And now they are holding Nigeria and then to blackmail Nigeria. And this is the reason why everything the Nyeti Allah say, then it will be done for them. If they want to get some money, then they will go and kidnap people. And when they kidnap the people, then they will ask money from the government, and government will give it. Government will never say no to Nyeti Allah, because Nyeti Allah are the one that brought the person that is representing as Buhari. Nyeti Allah know all their trick. This is the reason why they are being blackmailed. Anything they do, then you know that definitely they're going to be blackmailed. But now we don't have to worry about the baby saboteurs, because the content is very small in Biafra land. The only thing I am asking the youth, Biafra youth, we are doing this for you. It is for your own existence. It is for your own preservation. It is for your own life and the life of your children that to come. This is what we are fighting, because you don't have any other thing to fight for. Remember what happened before when they organized themselves in 1967-70? 5 million people were killed. And then they think that the blood of human being is not something that is wonderful. For all those people that attack in the killing of all those 5 million, and their spirit was not atoned, believe me, all of them are going to be sacrificed for that. And this is the word of God. So what I am asking you, my brothers and sisters, please, let us support this Eastern Security Network. Let us do the donation. If you are in Africa, believe me, it will not tell you, it will not take anything from you to donate, no matter how little it is. Please call that number and do the donation, because we are using this to secure your land. If you are from Europe, please do a kind donation. If you can go to church and give money, give a tithe to the church, give a thanksgiving to the church. Why not do this that we can use to defend your land? It is a security. We are using it to secure your land. We are not using it even just to fight, because you have to come and then stand your ground. When the invaders are coming, you can fight them off. And this is what we are doing. So thank God Almighty for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank God for Eastern Security Network. Mazi, thank you. God bless you.
God bless you too. Time flies very fast. I can't believe we're already about 10 minutes down to go. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. +1 484 767 0848. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hello. Good evening. Mazi, Alozie.
Good morning from here.
Mazi, Alozie, good evening. I'm here. This is Rabbi Ike.
Go ahead.
Mazi, I greet you. Mazi, I greet you.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Mazi, longest time. Thank you very much for the work people are doing there. Who come to glorify Almighty to for what he's doing. Mazi, there is something we just watched it's not up to 30 minutes ago on the Facebook where some group of hoodlums were with guns maltreating innocent persons. So they tagged them ESN. They said, look at how ESN, our security that was recently launched by another maltreating people. Is this how they're going to do this? So it's just in the Facebook now that we saw it. All these people are just doing everything humanly possible to stop us from what we are doing, to give our security personnel bad name at this initiative. I don't know where that one happened, but just 30 minutes ago in the Facebook, we saw it in our life, where some gunmen were maltreating innocent persons. They said they are maltreating the boy for supporting somebody that they gave suspension. Imagine that. They were maltreating and beating that boy brutally. They said this is ESN, Eastern Security Network. This is how they will do their duty. That's what happened. But one thing I want to tell all these people that are doing this thing is there is nothing. That's what they first understand. There is nothing. Everything that's going on now, that is working out now, I believe is being directed, is being given by Chukwuemeka. They also said that Nnamdi is claiming to be Chukwuemeka to worship Biafra. No problem. We will continue to follow him. So please, I want people to take note. Go to Facebook now, you will see that page. I forgot the page, but that is what is going on now. They are trying to flame up our Eastern Security Network with evil. So please, that's the report I want to give. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. I am glad that they even tried to do something like that. That means if I believe them, that means we are powerful enough to enforce laws on the street. So where are the other security agencies? I mean, if we believe them, if we believe what they're showing you, that means the security networks are now enforcing law and order. So any which way they go, they will lose. If they are trying to frame us and then glamorizing us, so be it. Let them frame us some more. Oh, I'm happy if they are saying that we now have a security network that can go in the street and say, enforce order. Kudos to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi. But if it's not, I think they will be doomed for putting out false information. Caller, your name and where you calling from? Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Thank you very much. Good evening from here, Mazi, and good morning over there.
Welcome. Where are you calling from? Where are you calling from, caller? Your line is not clear, but go ahead.
And I thank God for you for standing tall for the people and the nation you love so much. And in due time, as the Lord liveth, we see eye to eye and we celebrate. And also we pray for our leader, Northern Kanu, God has made Jesus for this purpose. But God will continue to give him grace, protection, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding as he leads us into this Biafra land. I have today is I want to make an announcement concerning the issue we have at hand. The issue we have at hand now is issue of donation. Donating to our ESN, Eastern Security Network. It's very, very important, and it's everybody must do every time, whether the Soko Urobo, the Soko Bini, or Soko Urobo. Everybody in diaspora have to fight to defend. The way we are fighting to defend is believing in this and contributing. All hand must be on the desk. So we are coming from Finland, in Finland here, with the number that is approved by our European rep, Mazi, who is our European rep. And our coordinator here, Mazi Chukwu, who is our coordinator, who is our coordinator here in Finland. So the number that we released here, we have two numbers here where you can make your donation. With IPOB here in Finland and making the donation together in one unit. Then after that, we now donate it to this account appropriately, which our European coordinator, European rep, has given to us. So our Finland account and name is Solid Biafra Forum. Solid Biafra Forum, Finland. Solid. S-O-I-D, Solid Biafra Forum, Finland. And our account number is FI 315708 0720492193. I call it again. The account which you will make your donation for ESN here in Finland. Because all the Biafra Soko. This account number that I've released is called Solid Biafra Forum, Finland. The account number is FI 315780492193. I take it again. FI 3557080720492193. Whatever you have, you put there, write it there, ESN donation. The receipt will be issued to you, and you will hold this receipt. It's very, very important. But if you don't want this, then you can pay to our account, which is the account number I will call now. The account name, the bank name I will call. J. Morgan Chase. J. Morgan Chase. The account number are 669 660 15115. I take it again. The name of the bank is JP Morgan Chase. The account number is 669896801115. 6696801115. So that's the account. You can donate. Also write it ESN and hold the receipt. You can also give us the duplicate or you keep the receipt. Very, very important. So when you want to get more detail, you are free to call us on our numbers. You can get us our number, our coordinator number. I will release it to you. Our coordinator name is Chukwuemeka. It's the Finland coordinator, the whole Finland. His number is plus 358 45 31 59 807. 358 45 31 59 807. So the deputy coordinator here, his name is Kelechi. You can get him plus 34 plus 358 44 94 688 90 plus 358 44 94 890. Or you call me. My name is Gucci. You call my number plus 58 60 868 168. You can read. I am the spokesman of Ipob in Finland. Getting a nation for the is a fact that every Biafra of the done. We don't give a dime here. 99.5% of Biafra are happy with ESN, and we are doing everything possible as God is with us to take over our destiny, take over our nation, control it with prosper. God preserve every one of us, crossover. Happy New Year in advance. God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you very much. There will be a follow-up on this announcement. Tomorrow is now waiting to happen, and we are ending this program right away because we have crossed the time. The South Africa will be taking over from here, so don't expect any more ceremonies. We'll be closing the call line from here, and South Africa is coming next. The phone lines are short, so sorry if you couldn't call in. Sorry. We are just out of time. This is not like when I used to make 4 hours broadcast, so you'll bear with us, okay? We are done. We are done for the day. We are done for the day. Thanks to all of you, and may Chukwuemeka be my guide us all. We are going to emerge victorious.
get it online, on your mobile. This is IPOB Community Radio, Radio Biafra, the first and the last.
Nikki Ebony, thank you for joining us again. Okay, we are now live on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, and on YouTube. So we're ready. He's here. He's so efficient. Mazi Nandi Kanu is here already. No time to waste at all. Wow. Good evening, my brother. Good evening.
Good evening to you. Good evening to you, my dear brother. Should I call you Kabiesi or Oba or which one are you, or Chief? Which one is your title?
Well, I have many titles. I have an Igbo title. Onuneko one of Etiti Uboko.
Wow. That's good. So you're a chief in my
I'm a chief.
Thank you.
But I'm simply delayed tonight because this is a job. So I'm simply delayed tonight.
You're a very humble man. You're a very humble man. Thank you very much.
Your title. Yes. Thank you so much for joining me. Well, we have our usual protocol here. And the protocol is that we allow you to introduce yourself to our viewers so that there will be no mistake about it. It's coming straight from the horse's mouth. Please feel free. Don't be in a hurry. Take all the time in the world. Instagram is very generous.
That's okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so please go ahead. I want you to go.
What's your proceed? Good. My name is Mazi Nandi Kanu. I lead the indigenous people of Biafra, and also I am the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television. And my job and my duty is to serve the people of Biafra up until the restoration of the stolen sovereignty of Biafra land is restored, and also to an extent to also serve Nigerian youths as well. I think since the whole protest started, we have been serving them very diligently every morning and every evening, and it is something that we should be able to continue into the foreseeable future or until all the demands made by the young people are met by Asarok.
Could you tell us about your background, your parentage, schools attended, and all that, please?
Schools attended, my background is quite simple. My late parents, His Royal Majesty Ezekiel Kano, and my mom as well, Lolo Meme, Ugeze, Lolo Meme Kukano. And I went to Lab Avenue Primary School, which was a model primary school in Umuahia, arguably one of the finest. And then I attended the best secondary school in the world, I believe, Fisher High School, then named Government College Umuahia, the same alma mater as Chinua Achebe, Ken Saro-Wiwa, and Cyprian Ekwensi, and a whole host of other people who have gone on to at least make an indelible mark in our consciousness, if not in our society. And then from there, I went to University of Nigeria in Nsukka, where I spent about 2 years, and they weren't doing anything that I felt enhanced my ability to understand what I was there for. I had to travel to England, where I studied politics and economics at now London Metropolitan University. I've worked in various capacities. I'm actually the owner of Alpha Phoenix Consulting Limited in the UK, which is a consultancy firm, an economic development consultancy firm. I did actually work with a lot of people like Genesis and all the rest of them, where I held managerial positions until my calling. And that calling is to help restore the kingdom of God on the face of this very earth. And that's what we've been doing for very many years now.
Fantastic. So growing up, who were your heroes, your mentors?
I think my father was number one. Only two people in my life have seriously impressed me. One was my dad, that I was very close to, that I learned a lot of things from. We never actually spoke that very often, but I used to sit around and watch him conduct his counsel, the way he adjudicated in cases and the things that he did, and most of the morals that he left me with. I remember on one occasion I asked my father, why is it that even after Sunday service, when we get back home, normally if I go to my friend's house and you ask after their father, they'll tell you that their dad is sleeping or doing something of that sort. But in my house, any time there's a knock on the door, my father will encourage us to open the door. And I kept wondering why. And he said, if you have nothing to hide, then you should be able to answer every knock on the door. That is why you need to keep your hands very clean. And throughout my life, apart from the time that these criminals, these savages came to my house, the police had never been to my house or the army with a hostile intent. Operation Python Dance on the 14th of September of 2017 was the very first time in my entire life that the army or the police entered my house with intention either to enforce the law or to kill or to arrest or to pillage or to destroy. The very first time. So my father was number one. The second person is Thomas Sankara, the late Thomas Sankara, because of how he managed to turn Burkina Faso around from Upper Volta to Burkina Faso, and the miracle he was able to perform. For the very first time in living memory, it was demonstrated that should black people put their minds to something, they can make something out of nothing. From being a basket case, they became the largest exporter of food across West Africa under the, should I say, the leadership of this brilliant and very brave young man, Thomas Sankara. So just those two people.
Okay, fantastic. I think before we continue, it would be nice for me to ask if this is the real Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or the cloned one.
I can pull my ear for you. You can see I'm trying to exert as much pressure as I can. The clown in Asorok has 2 ears. I only have one. You can see my glasses. I can take it off. You can see there is no other appendage anywhere behind this one. It's only one. I can pull my nose for you. You know it is me. In fact, I can even bring, if you'll pardon me, I have here with me the mask that everybody has to wear these days. You can see that my ear is not bent, is it? You can see that it's normal, it's not bent. But the clown in Asorok, when he's wearing his own mask, you see that his ear will be bent, like that. Mine is not bent. So it is the real me. And of course, I have this mark here and it's unmistakable.
Yes, I just wanted to establish that you are alive because I read somewhere that you were dead. And so I wanted to be sure I'm not making history by talking to a dead man in heaven.
Not at all. I'm here live with you on this program.
Fantastic. So could you tell me some of the books that you read that might have influenced you? I don't want to say radicalized you. I would say influenced you.
Growing up was, as with most of my peers, is Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart. That is number one. Because it reminded us of who we are, where we are coming from, and where we should be heading to. So that very book was pivotal in shaping my understanding of my people and what needs to be done to rectify the damage that colonialism had done to our people. The second one I would say is Alex Haley's Roots. Again, in that very book, it reminded me or reinforced the need for the Republican zeal that burns in each and every Biafran, that we see ourselves as equal before any other race around the world, and our belief, cardinal belief, that all men are created equal before God. Given the heroic sacrifice those people made at Savannah in Georgia in America many, many centuries back. I also read Leon Uris's Exodus. It is about the Jewish Holocaust and the reestablishment of the State of Israel. Again, a very decent pointer towards where Biafra should be heading to. Those three books, Things Fall Apart, Alex Haley's Roots, and Leon Uris's Exodus. They're my three favorite books here.
I've read a lot about your religious beliefs, but could you tell us about your faith?
I worship the one true God in heaven that incidentally every religion on this earth believes, or should I say, worship as well. I believe I am a follower of Yeshua, Jesus Christ. I believe I worship where Jesus worshipped. I worship the same God that Jesus Christ worshipped. I praise the same God that Jesus Christ praised. And one of my favorite prayers actually was the prayer that Jesus prayed when he was asked to teach the disciples how to pray. And he said, Our Father who art in heaven, which goes to confirm the supremacy of Almighty God in heaven, bar none, the name above all names. And it is exactly the religion of my forefathers. My ancestors worshipped God and God alone. We answer Wachuku. From the names we give our children, we glorify God. And if you go to my village right now, all you hear about Ikechuku or the Nakachuku, everything is about God. So I don't need to be tutored or to be told by anybody who God is, because God is ever present in our lives, and that is the God that I worship. Sometimes people tend to mistake it because the only modern interpretation of that very religion is Judaism. The only modern interpretation of this ancient religion is modern day Judaism. So that is why I tend to gravitate towards Judaism. But as I said, I am a follower of the teachings of Jesus Christ. But I practice Judaism in the main.
I was privileged to meet the late Chief Chukwuemeka Odumego-Ojukwu in his lifetime. In fact, Ovation had exclusive access to his wedding, to his wife, Lady Bianca. What was your relationship with him? Did you ever meet him? And did you draw inspiration whatsoever from him? Time. In fact, Ovation had exclusive access to his wedding, to his wife, Lady Bianca. What was your relationship with him? Did you ever meet him? And did you draw inspiration whatsoever from him? Time. In fact, Ovation had exclusive access to his wedding, to his wife, Lady Bianca. What was your relationship with him? Did you ever meet him? And did you draw inspiration whatsoever from him? Time. In fact, Ovation had exclusive access to his wedding, to his wife, Lady Bianca. What was your relationship with him? Did you ever meet him? And did you draw inspiration whatsoever from him? Time. In fact, Ovation had exclusive access to his wedding, to his wife, Lady Bianca. What was your relationship with him? Did you ever meet him? And did you draw inspiration whatsoever from him? Time. In fact, Ovation had exclusive access to his wedding, to his wife, Lady Bianca. What was your relationship with him? Did you ever meet him? And did you draw inspiration whatsoever from him? To his wife, Lady Bianca. What was your relationship with him? Did you ever meet him? And did you draw inspiration whatsoever from him?
Father, good morning. Are you there?
Good morning, Mazi Peters.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very, very much for having me.
There will.
And my special regards to all the Biafrans, especially IPOB members all over the world. My name is Reverend Father Augustine Odinmegwa. Father Odinmegwa is from Orauku in Idemili, Biafra land. I live here in New Jersey, and I serve the indigenous people of Biafra in the best of my capabilities. Once again, Biafra land. I live here in New Jersey, and I serve the indigenous people of Biafra in the best of my capabilities. Once again, I serve the indigenous people of Biafra in the best of my capabilities. Once again, good
family. Yes, this is Biafra and the legacy continues. Una, welcome to another day's broadcast. You are tuned to Radio Biafra, Hello Motherland, and my name is Clifford Obuks Emakbori, popularly known as Obuks Baba. I am from Gere, where people call Jesse Mosuga, Wari province of Biafra land. I'm very excited, very happy to be on air to speak to my people once again. Today, time not day. We are just starting and we have to close early today because South Africa is now in level 3 lockdown procedure, or whatever they call it. Level 3 lockdown, which means that our curfew starts by 9 p.m. which is 8 in Biafra land. So which means that we have to leave here as soon as possible in case, so that we don't end up in jail, because it takes an hour for us to leave the studio and get home. So which means we have to leave here by 7 o'clock Biafra time, which is 8 o'clock in South Africa. So to start things off, let me allow my comrade in arms, as usual, to introduce himself. Mazi, please introduce yourself to the people.
Thank you so much, Mazi Books. I still remain your one and only Mazi Azoka Igwe. Mazi Azoka Igwe here from Ezra province of Biafra land. And in case you are just joining us now, this is Radio Biafra Motherland.
All right. This is Radio Biafra Motherland. And before we begin to talk the matter when it day for grant today, we need to welcome the people when it matter most. Now in the Biafrans in the motherland and Biafrans in the diaspora, because of una now we day for this show, now because of una we come on every day. Now una get this radio, now una get this show. So we must welcome all of you from every part of Biafra land where you come from, whether you be from Isoko, whether you be Urubu, whether you be Izon, whether you be Kalabari, you be Shekiri, you be Efika, Babio, Ibibio, sorry. Any part of Biafra land where you come from, whether you be Igbo speaking Biafran, we welcome all of you to another day's broadcast. We hope say today go be very ogbonge show where we go enjoy, show where everybody go participate. I beg, before we go start, as we won't welcome una with our normal welcome music, make una begin to invite everybody where they around una. Invite all the Biafrans where they near you, especially those ones like those from the coastal region. Tell them, say make them come near, make them come here waiting with the talk, make them not they far, make them join all of us, make all of us talk the matter, make we create a way forward how we go to support the efforts of Mazi Kanu and IPOB and the Eastern Security Network. And to kickstart things, make we just do them like this.
Hello motherland, tell me how you doing. 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 Hello motherland,
Yes. Urobo wado etia watae awa yiro wa urobo wado isoko wado Biafra wado mi yiro wa aizon. Iyedo me wasunu. I dey greet all of una because today jollyment dey for my belle because I don't get up another opportunity to come on this platform of Radio Biafra to speak to my wonderful darling authentic Biafrans. Now so we dey do am every day, Monday to Friday, 5:30 Biafra land time to 7:30 Biafra land time. Although today we not go reach 7:30, na 7 o'clock Biafra land time. Now we go stop today because we need to reach home early. Make coffee not catch us. Make them not come. Make them not come lock us for another man country. Say we dey break lockdown rules, coffee rules. So today we get only 1 hour and a few minutes before we go house. So today we not go waste time. I beg all Biafrans when they listen. If you want join the conversation today, I know say una get a lot of information to pass across on this radio, but I beg, I dey use Almighty Chukwuemeka take beg you. Say anything where you want to talk, make it not pass 2 minutes. You know, I love Biafrans too much and I respect all of una. It's not easy the way una they tuned in every day, the way una they support us. So I no want guys to cut your